So, let's kick things off by diving into the historical evolution of money. In the early days, people relied way more on trust and direct exchanges of goods instead of actual currency. This practice really set the stage for everything that came next in the world of money. Now, as we move along, we see a shift from the barter system to using valuable things like metal coins. This change was a game changer, making trade a whole lot easier and way more efficient across different regions. Suddenly, you didn't need to have something someone wanted to swap, you could just pull out your coins. Fast forward to the 17th century in London, where trusted entities, like goldsmiths, started playing a major role in modern banking and how we manage currency. It's fascinating because this was a pivotal moment that really transformed how we think about money. These goldsmiths began issuing fake promise notes, which allowed them to grant loans while keeping their gold stash intact. This sneaky move let them turn a profit through the interest on those loans, marking a whole new chapter in financial practices. Now, if we jump to today's world, the concept of digital money feels a lot like those old promise notes. It really shows us that modern banking operates on similar principles of trust and deferred exchange, just with a digitized twist. But here's the catch: personal data is becoming increasingly commodified. Data brokers are out there buying and selling our info, which raises some flags about privacy violations and security risks that could affect us all. When we look back at the flawed money systems of the past, it's clear how uneven distribution could really stall economic activity. Balance is key. A steady flow of money is essential to keep productivity humming along. Banks are absolutely crucial in this whole money supply game. They create loans that lead to new money being generated. Understanding how this process works is super important, especially for those of us navigating the financial world. When banks lend out money, they aren't actually diminishing their wealth, they're producing new funds. This basic mechanism is vital for facilitating consumer purchases and driving economic growth. Now, the relationship between money supply and inflation is pretty complex. If banks create more money without a corresponding increase in goods, prices can go up, and that can hit consumers hard. Interestingly, banks have way more freedom to create money nowadays compared to back in the day. But if this isn't managed properly, it could lead to excessive lending and a shaky financial situation. And finally, the government relies heavily on bonds to keep its budget in check and pay off its debts. This means a constant cycle of borrowing is in play that impacts all of us taxpayers in the long run.